We got Michigan versus St. Louis, 13.5 point favorites for Michigan in this one. I think this is going to be a really fun game. I am really, really looking forward to this because you have a St. Louis team that absolutely dominated Georgia 102-77, the round of 64 matchup. This is a St. Louis team that is really fun to watch. This is a St. Louis team that shoots the three really, really well. This is a St. Louis team that takes a lot of threes too. And I think that is the biggest part of this just offense is that St. Louis, when they hit their shots, is really a difficult team to cover. And it really truly starts out with Robbie Avila, right? Robbie is a guy that has contributed for St. Louis all year. This is a guy that in this game against Georgia had 12 points. This team overall, St. Louis, had 6 guys in double digits, and no one scored more than 18 points, and they put up 102 points in this one. This is a team that likes to share the ball. This is a team that can hit shots, and they only shot 32% from three in this one. If you look at Bart Torvik, one of the best three-point shooting teams in the country, one of the most efficient field goal percentages. This offense is top 40. This defense is top 45. If you look at just the overall defense, according to Bart Torvik, the efficient field goal percentage is number one in the country defensively for the St. Louis team. The St. Louis team is really good at stopping the three. The St. Louis team is really good at stopping the two. Now, obviously, this is a team that played very well against Georgia, but this is not a Georgia that St. Louis is facing. This is Michigan. This is one of the number one seeds in the tournament. This is a team that has a ton of size. This is a team that has lost very, very few times. This is one of the national title favorites in this tournament. This is a team that they have Ade Mara and Morez Johnson. I am really, really interested to see how St. Louis defends and attacks those guys because this is also a St. Louis team that, according to the broadcast yesterday, that if you look at the proximity to the basket of made field goals, St. Louis is one of the closest in the country. When you have a team with an Ade Mara, that's going to get real, real difficult. Now, when you have a team that shoots really well from three, which they do, right, like that might help pull them out a little bit. You have Robbie Avila that can hit threes consistently, that can pull out Ade Mara. But what is he going to do defensively against them? Is this going to be an absolute shootout? Is Michigan going to be able to just throw it inside over and over and over? Or is St. Louis going to have to collapse and Michigan's going to have to hit outside shots? This is a defense. This is a team of St. Louis that coming into the tournament wasn't playing super well, but they have a ton of confidence coming out of this one. And this is a Michigan team that offensively looked really good against Howard. This is a Michigan team that, hitting shots over and over and over. If they're hitting their threes at a high clip, I've said this before, and I'll say this again. This is a Michigan team, if they're doing that I don't think there's a team in the country that can beat them personally. Maybe a handful, maybe. I think you really might have to put like Arizona in there, like the top seeds, I think is one of those things. So I think another part of this is that St. Louis is very good at preventing offense rebounds. That's going to be another massive part is can Michigan rebound? What will the rebound battle look like? Can Michigan also protect the ball as well? Because Michigan has struggled at times with turnovers. Now, St. Louis overall, not the greatest team at turning over the other team. It doesn't happen a whole ton. You look at what happened against Georgia, turned it over 11 times, so it's not like that bad. But like this is a team that, according to Bart Torvik, isn't great at turning over the ball, but this is a team that really makes you take difficult shots. I think at the end of the day, this is going to be one of the most fun offensive games we see tomorrow, to be completely honest with you. I think this is going to be a really, really fun performance. Obviously, I think defensively you trust Michigan more. I think their size obviously plays a little bit of factor into this, but teams have been shooting well against Michigan recently. If St. Louis can shoot very well, this is a very, very dangerous team. This is a team that can knock you off. Do I expect it to happen? Probably not. But it's one of those things of like St. Louis, if they're hitting shots like they did against Georgia, that is a really, really, really rude team to go up against. But yeah, I think there's some really interesting matchups here. I think Michigan, obviously, guard play is going to be a huge one defensively. Is Riley Gale going to continue to play well? Is Trey McKinney going to hit shots? Is Elliot Cadeau going to be playing better in this game? I think Elliot Cadeau is going to be a massive part of this game. Is Yaxel going to hit a few more shots? Is Yaxel going to score a little bit more? Is it really going to be a front court type of day where Ademar and Morez Johnson continued what they did against Howard? I don't necessarily know. I think there's a lot of different ways to go about this. I really truly think that this is going to be probably a very high scoring game. I would be shocked if this is a game that was relatively defensive at all. I do think these defenses do force difficult shots. I think Michigan, with its size, will do that against St. Louis, but I think both of these teams have shown the capability of being able to hit shots consistently. I think whoever can do that at a higher level in this game, especially if Michigan can get going on the interior, is going to win this game. But yeah, I'm really interested in this game. I think it's going to be a really fun game. This is one of those games that if you're Michigan, you absolutely can't look past. I know they're a 9 seed. It doesn't matter at this point. This is the NCAA tournament round of 32. Same thing with Michigan State. You cannot look past any opponent. Duke almost got caught because of Siena, because of looking past Siena. This is a good team. This is a team that can hit shots. But Michigan's a more athletic team. Michigan's a better team. Michigan should win this. But it's one of those things of you never know. Could be a really fun game. Let me know your thoughts in this one. Who do you think wins? Do you think it's going to be a close game? Do you think it's going to be a blowout? 13.5-point favorites for Michigan. Does that seem about right? I do expect Michigan to win this game, though. I do. I think Michigan has a little bit too much, especially with Ademar and Morez Johnson. I think Elliot Cadeau does respond in this one as well. But let me know in the comments. If you like this, feel free to like, subscribe, comment as well. Please share this with friends, family. Try and grow this page. Would love to pick up more subscribers. Try to get to a goal, obviously, of 100. So if we could pick up a few more subscribers, that would be greatly appreciated. But thanks for tuning in and tune in to the recap of this game. I will be back no matter what happens.